everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports, featuring, as always, Robbie, along with Kyle. Kyle, how you doing?
Doing great, Robbie. How about you?
I'm doing well. I know it's been a week or so since we were last coming at you with our 20th episode, which we hope you enjoyed. But we're back now. We're ready to bring you more of what we do best.
Yep.
Not sure what that is, but it's something.
It's something.
Yeah.
Whatever we do, we do it. So
yeah.
we're going to bring it.
Exactly. So, for tonight's episode, what we thought it would be fun to do is, Kyle and I have both had the opportunity over the years to coach various sports teams at various levels, and actually have had the opportunity on 2 occasions to coach together. So what we thought it'd be fun to do tonight would be to discuss some of our favorite memories from both coaching together as well as coaching just separately, just on our own.
Yeah.
So we're going to start out with talking about our first... the 2 teams we coached together were both youth basketball teams here in the town of Wellesley. And right, exactly. And the first team that we coached way back in our sophomore year in high school was a team of 9 and 10-year-old boys. And
who are probably now in
I think
they're college at this point.
Yeah, I think all of them have either graduated high school, just graduated high school, or in college already, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Kind of makes us feel old a bit, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, believe me.
Didn't feel like that long ago.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast time flies. But anyway, so I want to kind of start with you here and just sort of just take me back from your perspective, just sort of some of your favorite memories from that season. I know it was a long time ago, but just sort of do a little memory recall here, and just sort of take me back through
recall.
What you remember most from that season.
All right.
05, 06.
05, that's what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, 2005. I was getting, 2005, the year King Kong came out. I remember I saw that in theaters. But anyways, that's getting off topic. So, it was a really great year. Actually, it was the first year I think I personally have ever coached.
Same with me.
So, really, that was...
Well, actually... I think I coached like softball before that for like a couple of years, but that was my first year coaching basketball.
Okay, yeah, for me it was the first year coaching anything, to be honest. But no, I thought it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I mean, hey, I'll say it right now, I'm not a great. I never thought I was a great basketball coach, but. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it, so I thought it was a great, overall great experience. The kids were awesome. I just thought it was, it was just great, giving them sideline tips during the games and everything, and we even had some kind of fun knockout games we played during practice, so it was cool. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and, I want to sort of take it a step further. I sort of enjoyed, first of all, working with this guy, obviously, because obviously, it's cool to coach a team, but particularly with, a friend or a family member or something like that.
You don't want to coach a team with someone you hate. That just sucks.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
But I guess what I'm going to remember the most, first of all, just, all the games and stuff like that. Because I played, we both actually played at one time in our CYO growing up. And it's a really fun experience because you get to not only, play a sport that you really enjoy, but you get to, like, play other towns and even, like, take road trips to those other towns, even though, they're only a few towns away. It's still pretty cool, to go and play in another town's gym. And I think that was the part of the experience with that team and the other teams that I've coached or played on that I really enjoyed. And then just, working with the parents and the players. We did have one dad who... really sort of was very helpful to us that first year. Yeah.
I thought the parents overall, I gotta say, I really gotta give a great big shout out to all the parents, all the families that I thought they were great. I thought everyone was really nice. So
yeah. But just working with that dad was really cool. He was very helpful to us.
Oh yes, that year, the first year we coached. Yes, you're right.
And just I mean just. Working with like I said, working with the parents and the players, and just, for first year coaches, it can be kind of tough, but we were really grateful to have and thankful to have, good support from the parents and
yeah, we were lucky that year. I thought everyone was really awesome, very easy to talk to. So that's great.
So no, it was a very cool experience.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Glad we got to do it. So now we're gonna move on to the second team that we coached, which was a little bit more recent. This was not last year, but 2 years ago, the winter of 2012-13.
Yeah.
We coached a team of 13 and 14-year-old boys,
yes.
which can be, as I've had experience with, can be kind of difficult to handle at times. But I thought they were a really good group.
Yeah, they were a good group. I liked them a lot.
And the thing about it is, even though we only won a couple games and lost in the first round of the playoffs, it was still just fun. Going to practice each week and going to the games, and again, just sort of, getting to work with Kyle and everybody and all the players and stuff like that. Especially a lot of these players I had known through other teams that I've coached and umpired.
Oh yeah, you knew a couple of them. I remember going in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just a really cool experience, and like the first team, it's something that I won't soon forget. So I'm sure you won't either. I don't know.
Oh no, of course
not.
So
I want to sort of throw it over to you now, so you get your memories from that team as well.
No, I really liked them. I thought they actually had a really good sense of humor. I know I was kind of I got so. I'll admit sometimes I got a little overboard with the craziness during practice. I was kind of just the goofy one, but whatever. I mean, it was still. I still had a great time, and it was still fun. Teaching these guys as much, at least what I knew from playing basketball at that point. So it was and Robbie, I really liked working with you too. I thought you were a really great person to work with. I think we really did a great job at bouncing off ideas from each other.
Oh yeah.
And I just think I think we did a good job. So
one funny story that I need to share with the people from that season, and we can kind of laugh about it now, is our very first practice.
Oh no!
I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm sorry, buddy, but I gotta go here. Kind of had a little bit of trouble finding the gym. And first of all, I gotta preface this by saying that there was a detour on one of the roads. Like there was construction on one of the roads that led to the gym, which made it a little bit complicated. So I don't blame you at all, but Kyle managed to get himself on the Mass Pike twice.
Yeah, twice.
Not once, but twice.
He's not joking. This really didn't happen.
I'm not. This is 100% serious. Yeah. Called me the first time. I was like, oh, actually, I think I was right behind you.
Oh, you were
in my car, and I saw you getting on the Mass Pike, and then called you. I was like, what are you doing? And then the second time you called me, you were just about ready to go and hit something. You were so frustrated.
I was, and actually, I already did hit something. I hit my seat next to me. I was pretty angry.
And you're not an angry person by any means. You are a very nice kid. You don't get angry easily, and so for you to get frustrated, you must have been really frustrated. And you had to spend $4. I think you had to spend because you probably had to pay to get on the toll both times.
Yeah, it's whatever. The tolls is a few dollars, but it was just frustrating. I was mainly frustrated just because it happened twice, and I was like, the second time, really? I'm like, why am I on the Mass Pike again? This is so embarrassing.
And the awkward moment was right afterwards we figured out that there was actually a turn he could have made to get back to the main road.
It was like a little tiny cave, bat cave turn I had to find. I was like, wait, oh, there it is, next, in between the big sign and the giant tarp pillars, and I was like, wait, what?
Anyway. Well, now we can laugh about it.
Oh yeah,
it was. Years later, we can laugh about it, but at the time, it was pretty frustrating.
I always think about it. I'm like, yeah, that was hilarious.
So anyway, now I want to move on to sort of separate from the teams we've coached together, and sort of move on to just good coaching memories from other teams that we've had or other activities that we've had the privilege to coach. And Kyle, I want to start with you because I know you have some good ones, so go right ahead.
Well,
what have you got?
I haven't done a whole lot of coaching outside of the CYO basketball, but every now and then I'd find myself doing kind of things, coaching, like kind of similar to coaching. One time I actually did kind of, I kind of lied. So CYO wasn't technically, well, it was the first full coaching experience I had, but also in 7th grade before I moved to Wellesley, I actually kind of taught kind of mentally disabled people how to swim. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun thing I did back in 7th grade, and I thought it was very rewarding. Actually, it was me and a friend of mine from my town then, so we both signed up to do it, and it was fun, just kind of voluntary thing we did. So yeah. The other thing, more recently, I work at a for those of you who don't know, I work at an early education school.
He's wearing the shirt now.
Yeah, I'm wearing my official. Right here, my logo there, little sprouts. I work with 2 and 3-year-olds, and at times I've been able to actually kind of, not only do you don't just teach them like letters and numbers and everything, you teach them more kind of social skills, and one of the things I was able to teach them was to play catch. So
oh, that's cool. Yes, playing catch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, it was awesome because when I first got there, I gotta tell you this really funny story. When I first got to the school, I saw these little toddlers. They had this they had balls on the playground, like these beach balls, but every time the toddlers, there'd be one little toddler running around carrying the ball. Then there'd be a whole line of toddlers chasing them down the playground. And I'm like, so these guys don't really know how to share that, do they? So then that's when I taught them, hey, you stand over there, you stand over here, why don't you throw it to Johnny, why don't you throw it to Susie over there, kind of thing. So that's how I taught them how to play catch, so it was cool. So
cool. Well,
that's a little bit of my coaching, other coaching experience.
No, it counts. You are technically coaching somebody how to do something.
There you go.
So it works. I've been lucky enough to be able to coach, as I said, at many different levels. I've coached on the youth level, as we were talking about, in multiple sports. I've coached for work. I've coached at the high school level for baseball.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of experience, 3 different experiences that I sort of want to share that are sort of memorable to me. The first one is actually the summer camp that I work at. I coach. Each year we have a basketball tournament for the age group that I work with, and I usually coach one of the teams. And you could call me the Red Auerbach of the tournament because I've won, nice. I think 3 or 4 times now. So it's good. Sort of my previous coaching experience, I think, sort of plays a role in it. But it's just really fun because you coach against your fellow counselors and things like that, and to beat them and to win the championship is always very exciting. The kids really get into it, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
it's a lot of fun. The other thing is, and I kind of shouted them out on the show earlier, but last year I had the opportunity to coach as part of the varsity baseball program at Lincoln Sudbury High School, which is one of the considered one of the top baseball programs in the state. Really had a great time working with those guys and being part of such a rich history and tradition that is LS baseball. And so
there you go.
I am extremely grateful for the opportunity that was presented to me to come on with them, and just a lot of great memories from them. And the third one.
Yeah. Oh, and I'd like to point out, I actually went to one of the games.
You did. We lost that game.
Yeah, but I can still tell you guys were good. No, it was my bad luck. Sorry, guys.
But and then the third thing is for this, I work right now teaching kids how to play baseball. I coach kids and playing baseball. And earlier this fall, we had an event in Boston where the place where I work teamed up with John Lester to run sort of a clinic for kids. And John Lester was actually at the clinic. And at one point my station was throwing batting practice of wiffle balls and things like that. At one point, John Lester came over and actually started throwing batting practice to the kids. So at one point, I was actually basically standing back to back with John Lester throwing batting practice. So I was I needed to maintain my professionalism, but inside I'm like, holy cow, I'm like 5 feet away from John Lester right now. Like, this is pretty cool.
That must have been awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was a great experience. So those are my sort of three memories from coaching. I mean, there's a lot of them, coaching with him and coaching other teams, but those are 3 memories that sort of stand out above the rest.
Yeah. Oh, and really quickly too, I just wanted to actually one moment I forgot to mention actually was I actually did at one point help for the YMCA. They when I was at Wheaton doing track, when I was actually on the track team there. They actually had a day where they would like send in the little kids from YMCA, and I helped them kind of like do like shot put and everything. So that was actually
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like
Teach
it.
them how to throw and all that stuff. So that was fun.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that about covers it. It's always cool sort of going back down memory lane with things like that because it sort of brings back good times and good memories and
yeah, exactly.
It was we've enjoyed every second of it.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, coaching's a good thing. It's a good thing to get into.
All right, so now we're going to bring back something that we haven't done in the past couple episodes. We're going to bring back our monologues. Yeah, I'm going to start with mine. Basically, for mine, I just kind of want to throw my 2 cents into the craziness that is NBA free agency. In particular, this whole LeBron James situation. I'm just going to go around and say, I'm going to put it on the line, put it on the record. I think LeBron James is going to Cleveland. I think he's going to go home and play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Just from what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, and sort of my gut tells me that he's going to go back there and try and make things right with his hometown and try and lead the Cavaliers out of the basement of the NBA and into the promised land. And I'll tell you something, if he does go to Cleveland, they are going to basically be an instant contender because they'll have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Jermaine Wiggins, who they just picked #1. They're still trying to get Kevin Love from the Timberwolves, so we'll see what happens there. But mark my words, if LeBron James goes there, and I believe that he will, I think the Cavaliers are going to be a big-time contender. Miami, meanwhile, I think Chris Bosh has gone to Houston, and Dwayne Wade, who knows, but I think Miami, unfortunately, they had a great 4-year run with those 3 guys, but I think that for the next couple of years at least, Miami is gonna struggle, and we'll see. We'll have to see how much they struggle, but I think that Miami, unfortunately for Miami fans, their reign as sort of the top dogs in the Eastern Conference, assuming LeBron does in fact move on, is coming to an end. So that's it for my monologue.
Looks like the heat has cooled down.
Wow. Anyway, so Kyle, I know you have something more topic related to discuss in your monologue. So why don't you take it away?
Well, I just wanted to say something really quick about coaching and teaching. I think that's it's a really great profession to get into. If you ever consider it, it really does have its rewards. It can be a challenging profession.
We're both involved in certain aspects. So yeah, we can tell you that it definitely. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
It is challenging, but it is rewarding at the same time. Giving back to the youth of America.
There you go. It's just great, and you'll have kids that give you a hard time, but it's with every coaching and teaching gig. You'll always have kids that give you a hard time every now and then, but. You know what? If you can really look past that, it really is a great profession to get into, and the rewards. When you actually teach these kids something, and when they actually show how much they've learned it from you, it's honestly one of the greatest things I think I've ever experienced. So I gotta say it's a good field. So if you ever consider it, if you ever think you're up to it, then give it a try.
All right, and I completely agree. So. That is going to do it for this edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. want to thank everybody again for tuning in. Thank you as
guys.
always. I noticed we gained a few subscribers on YouTube, so thank you. If you're watching out there, thank you for coming in and checking us out.
Whether you're from around the area or whether you're from Canada or somewhere else, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys
so, anyway, for Kyle, I'm Robbie, signing off here again on Couch Talking Sports.